pretty.
Oh, you are so sweet. One thing I love about radio is they don't see us. So even if I was in my PJs, y'all would not know. So it's great to be in here. And speaking of sunshine, can you believe the temps? I mean, this weekend, woo, 80. I know.
Kind of makes you wonder, are we going to pay the price later in the season?
I'm just going to put out the vibes that it might be 80 all winter. Maybe it's just going to be a wonderful, wonderful winter.
All right, let's go with that.
Yeah, we'll take that. Yeah,
that's
that's right. Well, I am so excited to be back in the studio and introduce our listeners to an amazing foundation, the Karam Foundation. I have Roya with us. How are ya?
Hi, I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Well, everything is going great in the studio because we are highlighting a foundation that has not been featured yet on Whitney's Women that is making a big mark. And I believe that the people listening today will like an update with what you have to bring us on what's going on. You actually help Syrian refugees and you're doing a coat drive. But real quick, you know, there's been like this gap from what's happened on the news. For a long time, we were seeing all this stuff about Syria for a while, and then it just kind of fell off. So where is kind of it at in Chicago right now?
Well, you know, that happens every year. As you know, the conflict in Syria has been going on. We're entering the 7th year of war right now, and it seems to be every year it's getting pushed back into people's minds. It's not at the forefront of people's minds. So that's really what our work focuses on, is raising awareness, supporting people in need, refugees, internally displaced people inside Syria as well. A lot of our work is actually in Turkey. We have a lot of education programs for Syrian refugee students and youth. We do a lot of aid distributions inside Syria for people in need. But right now, seeing as how the conflict has, you know, become so close to us, not just personally, but also physically, that there are about 140 to 150 Syrian refugee families that have recently resettled in the Chicagoland area. And right now we're really focusing on, you know, how can we provide assistance to these families. So right now we are in the middle of our winter coat drive for Syrian refugee families in Chicago.
And is that because whenever people are coming over as refugees, it's not like they brought suitcases and suitcases full. They sometimes come with whatever they can carry and on one arm or on the back.
That's true. And a lot of these refugees, you know, they've been going through the resettlement process for years now. The refugee resettlement process, in order to be admitted into the U.S., it's a very, very extensive process. It takes about, on average, up to 2 years.
Oh, wow.
So a lot of these families, they've left Syria years ago. They've, you know, crossed borders into Turkey, into like neighboring areas, and they're waiting to be resettled, you know, into Europe, into the U.S., and that's why a lot of our programs are focused in Turkey, because Turkey has the largest refugee population, Syrian refugee population, with over 3 million Syrian refugees living within Turkey's borders. So our work really focuses on helping stabilize families there that do want to, you know, start a new life and build a new life in Europe or in the U.S., seeing as conditions and there's better opportunities. But that's why the focus of our work is really in Turkey, where there's a really large population of refugees that our programs serve.
Well, but this coat drive is specifically for Chicagoans.
Correct.
That are here.
Correct.
Now, can people still come over from Syria into Chicago right now? Like, where is that at?
Right now, it's very difficult. It's a very, as I said, it's a very extensive process.
Mm-hmm.
It's really strict. The current administration has capped the number of refugees that are admitted into the U.S. at about 45,000, and that's the lowest it's been in, you know, over 2 decades. And it's very unfortunate because right now we're in the middle of the largest humanitarian crisis of our lifetime. The number of refugees worldwide is larger than it's ever been, and that's due to many conflicts going on in the world, also in Syria. We have about 6 million Syrian refugees from Syria.
So we have families here in Chicagoland that need our help. So you're doing the winter coat drive.
Correct.
So because winter, I mean, even though we were talking about the temps, Robin, being in the 80s, let's get real. Hello.
Like snow coming, it's going to be cold.
It really is going to get cold. And families need these coats. So how can people get involved?
Well, we have a few drop-off locations where people are welcome to drop off, you know, new or gently used items, coats, blankets. We're also collecting Halloween costumes. for the kids. You know, a lot of these kids that are coming over, this is their first time ever, you know, celebrating or participating in Halloween. So we're collecting costumes as well. So you can drop off coats at the Gorton Community Center in Lake Forest. That's where we're headquartered, or at the Daily Method in Lake Forest. And we are distributing the coats on October 25th at the Oakton Community Center in Skokie, and the mayor of Skokie will actually be there as well to greet these families and welcome them into the community, and really participate. We'll have a little Halloween party distributing goodie bags for kids, because we want to make them feel welcome.
Well, and that's the thing, kids, you know, having now kids myself, kids deserve to be kids. And to have that, no matter what's going on in their life, to dress up for Halloween or just to be a kid and be welcome, like you said, to know that we're here for them. I think that's such a great thing for our community to do. You also have a fashion show coming up.
We do. There is going to be a fashion show. We're hosting it at the Chicago Party Animals Loft in the West Loop. And that is hosted and put together by a Chicago-based fashion and travel blogger named Mariam Shibley. She's donating her time to host this fundraiser for us, so all ticket proceeds will be benefiting Karam Foundation. And it's going to be featuring the work of a lot of local designers, so we're really, really excited about that, and you can buy tickets online through our website.
That is so cool. I love the local designer things, because you know Chicago has a lot of amazing local fashion designers. I know. Yeah. So I think that's really great. So that's coming up. And then where's the website that people can always find out stuff about you?
www.karamfoundation.org.
And in case people aren't understanding whenever we're saying Karam, that's spelled K-A-R-A-M.
K-A-R-A-M. And Karam actually means generosity in Arabic, so that's another way to remember us.
My little Oklahoma self is like, the Karam. And she was like, no, Whit, let's practice. So we practiced it on the way, and it's a beautiful name, but people can go to the website anytime. And
you can
always
follow
get
us
involved.
on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're pretty active.
Oh, that is awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming in the studio and being my woman today.
Me.
Now, Robin, I have to tell you, big news on the Whitney Reynolds Show front. Our new season kicks off Monday.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, now we're having a party. The tickets have been out for a while, so don't come to the party because you got to watch at home. We're still going to do giveaways on our Facebook fan page, The Whitney Reynolds Show, and 6:30 Lakeshore PBS. I want to make sure you don't miss it. We're kicking it off with a show called Confidence. Who doesn't need more confidence in their life? And we have American Ninja Warriors on and different aspects on ways you can become more confident in your daily life.
I love that. Thank you so much.
Well, it is wonderful being here.
Good to have you here. Thanks so much again for joining me.
For more information, check out WhitneyReynolds.com or get social with us. Twitter @Whitney Reynolds or on Facebook, The Whitney Reynolds Show.